Ah, Game Freak. They've been a part of many a gamer's life for nearly 20 years thanks to the Pokemon series. While they have made other stuff like Pulseman and Harmonite, they mainly stick to making Pokemon. But when they do get around to making a new property, just about everybody's interested in it. And when Tembo the Badass Elephant was revealed earlier this year, people were hyped.
Except for me, really. I wasn't too interested in the game initially. Hell, I even forgot it was even coming out until, like, the day before release. But let's see if Tembo was worth getting excited about.
The evil Phantom Army has invaded Shell City, because reasons, presumably to take it over.
Of course!
And it's up to Tembo to stop them, because he's apparently more effective than the actual army this place has. Tembo's story is very simple, but it still manages to work in a little charm, being told in comic panels, and it doesn't take itself very seriously. I really can't even critique Tembo's story since it's so bare bones, and it's just one of those things that really can't be critiqued, that just exists to tell you why Tembo is doing what he's doing. Now, Game Freak hasn't made a whole lot of platformers, but the ones they have made, especially Pulseman, are really good, or at least competent. And I'd say that Tembo is the latter. Like, it's a game that works and isn't a pile of shit, but nothing's particularly amazing about it if I'm totally honest. It'd probably help a lot if I explained the gameplay, so let's get to that. Tembo is like if someone decided to combine Mario and Sonic, and even then I'm not entirely sure that that's accurate. Basically, you run around levels all across Shell City, destroying shit, killing phantom soldiers, rescuing civilians, and collecting peanuts. Peanuts work like coins or rings in Mario and Sonic games, in that when you collect a certain amount of them, 300 to be specific, you get an extra life, or in this case, a jar of peanut butter. When you die, Tembo will eat the peanut butter, and be ready to charge out once more. This death animation is pretty charming at first, but after a while, it really got on my nerves, mainly due to its duration. It's not the longest death animation ever, but it goes on just long enough to get irritating about the 5th time you see it. I guess it does give you an incentive to avoid death, so you don't have to sit through the animation, but it just irks the hell out of me. Destroying buildings, rescuing civilians, and killing phantom soldiers fills up this counter at the top, which I will refer to as the Phantom Kills meter. The Phantom Kills meter, when filled up enough, allows access into the Phantom Dome in each zone. In the first zone, it's not even a factor, and you'll most likely not even think about the meter and get through the zone just fine. Zone 2 is a little bit different, though. To get into this zone's Phantom Dome, you need 2,400 Phantom Kills, something you're probably not going to get just by playing through the game normally. To get the amount of Phantom Kills necessary to get into the Phantom Dome here, I had to get almost 100% on every level in Zone 2, which is incredibly tedious. Replaying levels multiple times to make sure I didn't miss any enemies or civilians, going very slowly through those levels looking for anything I did miss, it just totally killed my enjoyment with the game. Multiple games have used similar systems, the most similar I can think of being Sonic Lost World and its flicky collecting. Collecting flickies in that game was really irritating, sure, but it was at least really easy to get more. Not only could you get flickies from the regular stages, there were also these circus minigames all over the map that gave you a shit ton of flickies. In Tembo, you can only get Phantom Kills from the stages, and you can't get Phantom Kills from any enemies you've already killed or civilians you've already saved. I suppose that's not exactly a strange thing, but it's still really, really irritating. Now that's really my biggest complaint with Tembo, though I do still have a few nitpicks, most of them relating to Tembo's moveset. Tembo's got quite a few moves to help him progress through the stages. He can charge forward and smash through just about anything in his way, slide, suck up water and blast it out of his trunk, uppercut, smash down to the ground, and do a shitty version of Yoshi's Flutter Jump. Most of Tembo's moves are very helpful, and you'll be using them a lot. However, a few of them are not so useful, mainly the slide, which I only recall ever using a handful of times, and the flutter jump, which, unlike the very useful one Yoshi has, doesn't give you any extra air and just lets you hover for a few seconds. More often than not, anything the flutter jump can get you over, a simple dash jump can get you over just as easy. Those two things are just nitpicks though, and my main gripe with Tembo, like I said earlier, lies in the Phantom Kill system. The grinding I had to do in Zone 2 was enough to kill any further enjoyment I could have had with the game. But I do have plenty of positive things to say about Tembo that aren't about the gameplay. For one, the visuals are really, really good. Tembo goes the route of DuckTales Remastered and has 3D backdrops, while characters and enemies are 2D cartoonish images. Environments are varied and colors are bright and vibrant, making Tembo a visual treat. The soundtrack is also outstanding. It's very dynamic and has a militaristic sound to it, really getting you into the spirit of the game. The soundtrack was composed by Hideaki Kuroda, who's also done some stuff for the Pokemon series, specifically X and Y, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Hideaki doesn't seem to do a whole lot of work, which is unfortunate since his music is amazing. Hopefully we'll get to hear more of his stuff in the near future.
While Tembo the Badass Elephant is a very competent game, the grinding in Zone 2 just totally killed any enjoyment I could have had with the rest of it. But if it looks interesting to you, then I would definitely suggest checking it out. That's all for now, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully with Halo 3.
Okay, so quick little note about this video. Initially, this was going to come out before my Halo 3 review, but due to an editing issue, it didn't, and I had to re-edit the entire thing. So that ending is, well, obviously null and void. Second, if you want to see another review of Tembo, go check out my friend King K's video, which, aside from being much better than mine, also shares a bit of a different opinion, so you kind of get a two sides of the same coin kind of thing. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.